Dear students, good evening. So today I will discuss cultivation practices of brinjal. मिस बैगन की खेती कैसे करते हैं इसके बारे में आज हम जानेंगे। जैसा कि आपको पता है कि बैगन आपने देखा होगा पहले भी। सो इट इज़ द इंग्लिश नेम इज ब्रिंजल. सो botanical नेम इज Solanum melongena and it belongs to family Solanaceae, and if you see the chromosome number, the twin is called 24, and origin is India. So brinjal is also known as eggplant or arjadine. So why it is called eggplant? Because it looks like egg. If you see the left hand side figure, so you can see that it looks like egg. That's why it's called eggplant. So it is very common plants. I think after potato, I think it is so popular in the or among the people. So we'll discuss what is the economic importance and usage of the brinjal. So it is the annual crop cultivated all over the India. So ये जो ब्रिंजल है ये एक बहुत कॉमन है, हर जगह आप इसको लोग जो है ना सब्जी के रूप में यूज़ करते हैं. एंड फ्रूट्स आर अवेलेबल प्रैक्टिकली थ्रू आउट द ईयर. सो आइदर यू कैन ग्रो एज ए विंटर क्रॉप और समर क्रॉप. Even you can grow in the hilly area also. And if you see the nutrients, it has high good source of calcium, phosphorus, iron, vitamins, and particularly B group. So these are the again if you see the 100 gram of edible fruits, it contains water, carbohydrate, proteins, and fats, etc. So if you see the uh, dark purple brinjal has more vitamin C as compared to the white skin. So you will see we will have green brinjal, then white brinjal, then long brinjal, then round brinjal. So we have different varieties of brinjal available in the market. So bitterness, sometimes when you eat the brinjal, you will find bitterness. So bitterness in the brinjal is due to presence of glycoalkaloids, and high amount of glycoalkaloids produces a bitter taste and off flavor. So and dry fruit is reported to contain goitrogenic principles properties. So now I will discuss different varieties. So जैसा कि मैं पहले ही बताया था आप लोगों को कि नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन है जो वैरायटी डेवलप करते हैं, स्टेट एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी है जो वैरायटी डेवलप करते हैं. तो हर स्टेट एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट वैरायटी डेवलप करते हैं. लेकिन कुछ इंस्टीट्यूशन नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन ऐसे हैं जो कि काफ़ी पॉपुलर है. जैसा कि मैं पहले स्लाइड में बताया था, पहले यूट्यूब में बताया था कि वन इंस्टीट्यूट इज कॉल्ड IIHR, that is called Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, and that is located in Karnataka, Bangalore. So this is very popular. Whatever Arka variety comes, it comes from the IHR Bangalore. And apart from IHR, you will find varieties from PUSA. It is called IRI, Indian Agriculture Research Institute. So I will discuss in next slides. So we have different varieties of brinjal like Arka Kusumkar, Arka Sheel, Arka Nidhi, Arka Shirish, Arka Nilkant, Arka Keshav, and each and every variety has their own features. So I don't want to go features, just you can see it is the self-explanatory. Okay, so these are the varieties from the IHR Bangalore. Then come to the IRA PUSA, that is called Indian Agriculture Research Institute. So again, from IRA PUSA, you will find variety like PUSA Kranti, PUSA Purple Cluster, PUSA Purple Long, PUSA Anupam, okay, PUSA Purple Round, PUSA Vaibhav, and apart from that, you also have PUSA Uttam, PUSA Utkar, PUSA Bindu, PUSA Ankur. So if you see here, so you have round varieties, you have purple varieties, you have cluster varieties. So different varieties have been reported from the different institutes, but most commonly varieties generally reported from the IHR Bangalore and IRA PUSA. So whenever you have to remember, you have to remember certain varieties, that is popular varieties from the brinjal. So I was telling you one day कि if you go any interview or even in practical viva, you will be asked कि write the scientific name or tell the scientific name and some varieties, then seed rate, what is the physical disorders. So these are the important questions to be asked in every examination from the fruit and vegetables. Okay, so you have to remember few varieties. I am not telling that you have to remember all the varieties. You have to remember certain important varieties. So These are the varieties, and even now you have different hybrid. Uh, it is developed from the again IRI Pusa and IHR Bangalore. So if you discuss in terms of variety, you have Pusa Anmol and Pusa Hybrid 5, 6, and 9, and Arka Navneet and Arka Anand. The variety have been released from the IHR Bangalore. So you can see, I was telling variety means hybrid means it is developed between the two different varieties. So you can see how what is the origin, how these hybrids were developed by using these two populations. So these are the certain varieties. So sometimes you will be asked, ki write or tell some names of the brinjal hybrids. So you have to tell Pusa Anmol, Arka Navneet, Arka Anand like that. So again, I'd like to tell you कि in some plants, like take example of cole crops like cauliflower, cabbage, even chili, then tomato, then brinjal. तो उसमें हम क्या करते हैं कि पहले हम नर्सरी बेड बनाते हैं, पहले उसको हम नर्सरी में उगाते हैं, फिर नर्सरी से क्या है कि उसको हम मेन फील्ड में ट्रांसफ़र करते हैं. यानी बच्चे कन्फ्यूज हो जाते हैं किसको नर्सरी बनाया जाए, किसको नर्सरी नहीं बनाया जाए. जैसे कि इन केस ऑफ कैरट या इन केस ऑफ रेडिस नर्सरी की ज़रूरत नहीं, आप चाहें तो डायरेक्ट उसमें सोइंग कर सकते हैं. तो ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. सो सिमिलरली बैगन में, ब्रिंजल में भी यही होता है कि पहले हम लोग नर्सरी बेड बनाते हैं, फिर क्या करते हैं उसको हम आफ्टर 5 to 6 वीक और 4 to 5 वीक्स हम उसको मेन फील्ड में ट्रांसफ़र करते हैं. और अगेन थंब रूल है कि जैसे कि मैं बताया था कि पहले क्या, जैसे इसी द बेसिक थंब रूल कि आपको सॉइल को रेडी करना है, सॉइल को प्रिपेयर करना है. देन अगेन यू हैव टू ऐड FIM, that is called farm yard manure, and again you have to treat the seeds with certain fungicide, like here Captain and Thyram at the rate of 2 gram per kg. So when you are going for nursery, so you have to take 2 gram Captain or Thyram per kg of seed. Okay, so 250 to 375 gram seed is sufficient to cover 1 hectare of land. Means 30,000 to 45,000 seedlings will get from 250 to 375 gram of the seeds. So these are the very important. So always first you have to make the nursery, you have to raise the nursery, and after 4 to 5 weeks you have to transfer into the main field. So after that again, if you discuss about climate, so climate again, it is just I told you it can be grown everywhere or in every season, but but it is susceptible to severe frost. Suppose there is snowfall or something, so in that case your bagan or brinjal will not thrive well. Okay, so optimum temperature range from 21 to 27 degrees centigrade, and again climatic condition, just I telling you can grow everywhere in every climate. So if you see the soil, so generally silt loam or clay loam soils are preferred, silt loam or clay loam. But I have seen even you can grow in loam soil or sandy soil, depending upon the treatments of the soil. But the best is again pH is not more than 5 to 6, 5.5 to 6. If you see the uh, dark purple brinjal has more vitamin C as compared to the white skin. So you will see we will have green brinjal, then white brinjal, then long brinjal, then round brinjal. So we have different varieties of brinjal available in the market. So bitterness, sometimes when you eat the brinjal, you will find bitterness. So bitterness in the brinjal is due to presence of glycoalkaloids, and high amount of glycoalkaloids produces a bitter taste and off flavor. So and dry fruit is reported to contain goitrogenic principles property. So these are the varieties, and even now you have different hybrid It is developed from the again IRI Pusa and IHR Bangalore. So if you discuss in terms of variety, you have Pusa Anmol and Pusa Hybrid 5, 6 and 9, and Arka Navneet and Arka Anand. The variety have been released from the IHR Bangalore. So you can see I was telling variety mix, hybrid mix, it is developed between the two different varieties. So you can see how what is the origin, how these hybrids were developed by using these two populations. So these are the certain varieties. So sometimes you will be asked, ki write or tell some names of the brinjal hybrids. So you have to tell Pusa Anmol, Arka Navneet, Arka Anand like. Now come to the yield. So yield varies from season to season, variety to variety, and location to location. So just I was telling, ki depending upon the fertilizer dose, depending upon the season, suppose if you are sowing the hybrid variety, so definitely will get more yield. But however, in general, 250 to 100 quintal per hectare of the healthy fruits of brinjal can be obtained. So these are the range. Okay, so depending upon the variety, depending upon the season, depending upon the location, your yield varies. So this is the next, that is a part of your syllabus, that is called physiological disorders. So what are the physiological disorders in the brinjal? So two disorders, first is called calyx withering and second is called poor fruit sets. So sometimes you'll find after putting everything, you will find less fruit setting. So in case of first, that is called calyx withering, the disorders occurs between mid-February to mid-April, and what happens? The affected fruit becomes reddish brown in color and lacking in normal luster, and thus marketability of the fruit is hampered. Okay, and maybe affected fruits must have high calcium and nitrate content. And in case of poor seed set, what happens? Sometimes four types of flowers according to the length of styles will be reported, like long style, medium style, pseudo short style, short style. So, and what is the solution for that? So spraying the plant with 2 ppm 2,4-D. So you know 2,4-D is the hormones. Okay. So at flowering stage, when few flowers cluster appear. So just when you see the few flowers are started appearing, so you can go for the spraying of 2,4-D. And again spraying with 60 ppm NAA, that is called naphthalic acetic acid, or 500 ppm PCPA, that is called parachloroacetic acid, at the full bloom stage. So by spraying those chemicals, you can mix chemicals, that is hormones, you can get rid of those particular problems. So thank you very much.